guys, it's Amon from Static Discharge. Today we will, wait, let me.
That's better. Okay, so, alright, so today we're talking about, what are we talking about again?
I don't know.
What? Wait, let's talk about, wish list.
Yes.
What to buy.
What to buy for new teams.
What the rookies need to buy. Out of all our playlists, okay, I'm bored, I'm on.
We had thousands of fan mail about this,
oh, yeah.
Hundreds of comments, everyone was saying.
This is the do's versus do nots. So we have created a whole list of things to talk about, one by one. We'll go a little bit in depth.
Probably a lot more of these are do's.
I want to quickly mention some companies that you can look for. All of these companies' links will be online. Rev, which is the main one, company that most rookie teams will use. Anymark's been a trusted FTC provider, especially for FRC Tetrix. Go build it. We actually just looked at it like a few minutes ago. They have a nice website.
I do like the website. And it's like modern design.
Yeah.
So
right.
I would like to know.
And then we got Servo City, which is another company that's emerging, I guess you could say. So one by one, let's go over the do's and don'ts. Wheels. So if you see our previous video, we talked about Mecanum wheels.
So wheels. There's a lot of different wheels. You have Omni wheels, Mecanum wheels, regular, like normal car wheels, whatever. Just buy some Omni wheels, probably Rev or Anymark. Buy some Omni wheels, you'll need them.
Rev,
Mecanum
wheels. They have a nice Mecanum set.
I do like the Mecanum set.
I actually didn't like Anymark. They have two sets. They have one that's expensive and one that's not expensive.
They're not expensive.
Cheap Anymark ones are not good.
Oh, they're so bad. They have no like. They have no like movement. No, it's not fluid. They break all the time. Bad.
Once again, Anymark has more than one set of Mecanum, but the cheaper Mecanum wheels that Anymark creates.
You might as well just buy these. But if you also want to like look a little different, Go Builder have their own like yellow Mecanum wheels.
Yep. Add some flair, some style to your team. There you go. Go Builder. It's nice. They're good.
But if you're looking for regular, you probably won't need regular wheels if you do Mecanum, but Omni wheels, buy it from anywhere.
Yeah.
It's the same. Control hub.
You know what? This is a do. Okay, it's a do. I'll say that.
It's not 100% necessary.
It's not required, but it is a want. I guess you could say.
I mean, I'd say it's worth. I mean, we haven't exactly used it, but I'd say it's worth it.
But as of right now, with what it can do, it's.
If it can reduce your connection failures by 20%, it's worth it.
Yeah. LEDs. That is, I'll say this. If you want to get your team motivated and excited about FTC, I mean, LEDs could be like a little gift.
If you want to, if you want to flex on other teams a little bit.
I've got nothing else to do on my robot. You know what? LEDs.
LEDs, it's time.
That's LEDs. It's a do.
Like when you're pulling up to the comp and you have like things flashing, like.
No one's gonna show up to the first meet with LEDs on.
Yeah, don't do that.
It's just no. Don't do that.
But States meet, that could look really dope.
Yeah.
Or for the judges, they might like that. Not sure the judges.
And with LEDs, in some cases they could be useful. I mean, if you wanted to provide some driver assistance, maybe it'd be cool to have when you brake or something, turn red or something. I don't know.
That'd be really cool.
Yeah, cool stuff.
Linear systems.
Right. So there are multiple linear systems that we'll talk about in another video. But for now, I'm gonna say this. So Rev. I'm not a big fan of the Rev linear system. I feel like it has quite a bit of friction. One thing, Rev, the main kit, I'm pretty sure it comes with a linear system.
Yeah. So, if you're a new team and you're not really sure what to do, just use it.
Use it. It works. It works. You know what? It works. There are better companies out there, but it works. I'll say that.
For now. But then, there's actually something called the SAR 240 slides from Masumi. I've looked on Reddit, I've done the research. Those are apparently some of the best drawer slides for linear systems that are out there.
And hey, what if I don't want to buy a company's linear slides? Go to Home Depot, go to the drawer section, buy drawer slides.
They'll work pretty well. You might have some trouble mounting them properly, but 3D printed parts, a little bit of work, you can get it working.
Most linear slides, they have the same system. Whatever is more fluid is the way to go, I'll say. Whatever fits your robot. None of the stuff we're recommending may be your needs, you know?
Yeah. But this is just what we think teams should use.
Alright.
If we were building a team now, this is what we would be buying.
Yeah. Linear systems, I would put that as...
A do, but don't... It's not... Keep it reasonable.
Keep it reasonable,
season. You gotta be a little like, don't expect to like automatically have this sick looking gluten-free robot.
Yeah. Yeah. Now let's talk about phones, okay? Back in the day,
Phones.
ZTEs used to be a phone that people would use. They're trash. I'm sorry now. They're cheap. $4 phones you'll find.
Remember, don't try to buy like super high-end Android phones.
No.
Not worth the cost.
No.
They're gonna get so beat up. It's gonna be brutal.
And again, your main kit will come with phones, and those are good phones. I'll say that right now. They are good phones. You don't need to buy new phones. Moto, jeez. Any of the Moto family, they work.
Update your software a lot.
Constantly.
If your phones get really slow and buggy, do a little bit of deleting apps, do a little bit of speed updates, but then just throw them out, get new ones.
Yeah, I mean, these are FTC phones, you know, you're not going to download Subway Surfer on an FTC phone. Come on.
Yeah, for sure. Don't do that.
Don't do that.
So that's about it for phones.
Phones, yeah. I mean, there's not really, Android. You don't need high-end phones, you know? Just use what we have. Use what they give you.
Try to keep it cheap.
Keep it cheap.
You don't blow any money on phones.
I'm not going to buy some OnePlus.
Don't do that.
FTC, no.
Main kit.
Main kit, you know, the main kit is a main kit for a reason. It's a kit for rookie teams to use. It has everything you need.
Great for like getting the backlog of like the extra pieces you need for when.
The heart of your robot comes from right here. Main kit.
What do you do if you have an old field set, or if you're your old field set previous season? We just started out. What do we do with old field set?
So notice that in FTC tends to reuse materials, like for instance like balls and cubes. They'll reuse them later on, and bring them into like a new theme or whatever. So that kind of stuff you can keep, but I wouldn't give them away. You know.
Good for practice.
Good for practice in the summer, especially, especially for the rookies. They don't know about the theme. Maybe you can redo a whole season, do like a mock season, you know, that kind of stuff.
Onboard them like how FTC works, different design patterns.
It took money to buy that field set. Don't just give it away, you know.
But you're not gonna really use it for much more. So buying half a field set may not be a bad idea if you're doing one team. Computers.
So you need a program, right? The services are nice, you know. Do you need a heavy computer for this stuff?
No, just anything that can run Ava Studio if you want it, or that has a good internet connection, a good screen for your eyes, nice keyboard that you can type pretty quickly.
Yeah.
But it doesn't really matter because you're not running anything on the computer.
Right.
So having a nicer computer with more processing power will not help you with FTC. So even like one of your home computers, you just have to download Android Studio, add some, add the libraries, whatever you want, and add the SDK, and you'll be good to go.
Set. Okay. Webcam.
Yeah,
webcam. You see, why would you use webcam? You know, you would use a webcam maybe if you want to do some image recognition.
Yeah.
Maybe some Euphoria stuff or TensorFlow stuff. You know,
or
autonomous.
Cool stuff that comes in with the SDK for the FTC SDK, machine learning. That's what you use the camera for.
Now, this video is meant for rookies, right? FTC do's or don'ts wish list for rookies specifically. Right. You know, image recognition, it's hard. It is an advanced thing. You can try it out if you want to, but right now I would put that it's not required.
I'm not gonna say you don't, because I want you guys. It's like good to look into.
Yeah.
But if you're not like 100% comfortable pushing that, may spend a lot of your time this season on that, which is not a terrible thing.
We've been using the phone camera for image recognition. You can use the phone's camera. Sometimes it's hard for you want a specific view the camera will see. You know.
Yes.
And webcams they're not that expensive. They're not. Really not.
It's worth it. I'd say buying one webcam for FTC that you can reuse for later seasons is worth it. Sensors.
Sensors. So these companies right here, they have an abundance of different types of sensors, gyroscopes, color sensors.
So Rev and Modern Robotics sensors. I'm not sure where they come from. Modern Robotics sensors, but
they used to. Yeah. There's always Hendrix, I feel.
So both of those sensors are good for FTC. Those are the big sensors you're gonna buy. Those are needed. If you want to win FTC games, sensors are huge. Just knowing like different things about your environment, like if something's being pressed on right now, or
setting color, setting distance.
Distance sensors. I mean, FTC is a problem where like some of these sensors aren't super accurate for getting the game winning, but if you can use them creatively, they could be very helpful.
Should I use a phone or should I use a sensor? What should I use first?
Start with a sensor.
Sensors.
First season, start with a sensor. Phones is gonna be annoying to navigate. Once you get an off season and then you can really like look into it more, then do the phones by 4. Sensors are gonna be error prone after that.
Yes. All right, specialty kits. There are so many kits from these companies that they create. Like, I want to buy a gear kit or a chassis, drivetrain chassis kit.
Yeah.
Linear systems kits. There's so many kits.
I think you learn a lot by building it yourself. There's value in that for sure. Like struggling through it until you build it. Chassis are more for teams that like don't want to have to keep redoing it or make me have a second bot and they want to rebuild. Just buy a chassis, it's already there. But they're expensive.
They're expensive. These specialty kits cost some money. Are they a do or a don't? They're not required. You'll be fine with the main kit.
I'd say it's a don't unless you have specific needs.
Yeah.
But that probably don't at the number. You have to be careful as well, but if you buy a certain kit and FTC says, oh, but it's illegal, then your robot's done.
Yeah, there's some new rules you were talking about.
Yeah, I mean, there have been old rules, but like sometimes companies will make a product and they think it's valid, but the FTC will say, no, it has too many degrees of freedom, so it's not fair for them to buy that, and they'll cancel and they'll be eliminated. So, careful. Motors. Ooh, there's tons of different motors.
Yeah.
One tip I've seen on a lot of sites is something called a planetary motor. So it's kind of a gearbox. I think you probably know more about that kind of stuff. But it's a type of gearbox where planetary motors, if they get jammed from the side, they don't break the gearbox. So if you have a drivetrain and your drivetrain moving all around, and it slams into like a field set item, like or the perimeter wall, it won't break the internal gearbox.
I want to say this real quick. So, if you happen to buy a Tetrix set as a rookie team, their motors are not that good. I remember my first year, it was in Velocity Vortex, and we used to shoot balls. We used to gear these motors up a lot. We used to burn out like 7 of these Tetrix motors. If there was a motor to buy Never Rest motors. They come in all gear ratios, and in my opinion, they are the best motors. They're a good motor to start with. I
do like the HD hex motors.
HD hex.
Rev.
Yeah.
Just know, like, if you're doing a drivetrain, maybe you want 20-to-1. If you're doing some kind of shooter, linear system, 40-to-1 will work.
And Rev comes with another type of motor called a core hex motor. For more lighter stuff. Yeah.
Be careful where you use this.
Yes, you don't want to use core hex motors on your drivetrain.
Don't do that.
Don't do that.
It's gonna make cracking noises. It might break. Not fun.
Yeah. Extensions. This is just like if you want to add a gearbox to your motor or something like that. I mean, chances are if you're a rookie team, you're not gonna do that.
Yeah.
This is just, I don't know, if you want a cool
like ultra planetary, like 75 settings for your gear set.
Yeah, stuff like that.
You can do that. But
more advanced. Going back to motors, what type of motors would you use for your drivetrain, probably?
So what I've seen online is that you want to use something like a Never Rest or HD hex, and then you want 20-to-1 motors and planetary gearboxes. Those are like ideal, will last you a long time. But if you can't have that, 40-to-1s, even regular Sperma gearboxes will be fine.
Yeah.
Won't be that big deal.
But yeah, that looks like it's a quick do's versus don'ts video, and yeah, and that's.
Wait, I have a question.
What's up?
Are these allowed?
Apple $700.
$700.
That's definitely a do, right? Drivetrain. But anyway, guys, thank you for watching. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, and please add a comment for I don't know, any more videos you want to see. We're constantly putting videos onto this playlist, FTC 101.
Yeah, we want to hear your thoughts on this series. This was a little special bonus video.
Yep, wish list.
This is 11172 Stat Discharge.
See ya.
Peace out.
Let's go.